Okie dokie do, there we are. Now everything's working. Don't know why it wasn't working before, but there you go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt James, and we will be playing some Frostpunk today. Now, I have played Frostpunk before, quite a while ago, and I've recently done some more on Xbox. It came to Game Pass. So I've been playing quite a few hours of that. I drink out of the way. There we go. And one of the reasons that I love Frostpunk, other than it's just an amazing game, and the music as well really fits into the general atmosphere. It's just a fantastically difficult game. There we go. I like melancholy, but not when it's too loud and not directly in my ears. Okay, so what we are going to do... I'm going to start a new campaign of New Home. Leave it like that for the moment. What I am going to do, very quickly tweet out the stream. Sorry, I am a little bit disorganized today. I'm kind of got run away from me, as it tends to do. Sure, you guys know as well as I do that whenever you're planning on doing something, the plan never really goes directly to plan. But as soon as we've got this sorted, we will be underway with some fantastic Frostpunk. Now, I would do something on Instagram, but you can always do a reminder on a VOD or something. In any case, let's get going. Start. Hopefully you've got some nice warm coffee. Because you're going to need it, because it's going to get freezing. People are probably going to die. Let's just face it. People will die. Might be an overlord. Doesn't mean I'm a good overlord. What I do love about Frostpunk is how quintessentially British it is.
We roam
like,
the still,
yes, people complain, and really, unless you're a right shit, they don't riot.
The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory.
Fortune and glory.
It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress.
Yeah, but then we weren't.
Until the frost stopped it all.
That ladybird didn't move.
Suddenly,
In all the time it took to freeze, it didn't move. What?
when tides had changed, They changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity.
Yep. Society will always be the first to break down in a grey goo scenario, in this case a white snow scenario.
We bid farewell to plenty. And for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes
And head north. Might meet Jon Snow up there.
We roamed for weeks, maybe months,
The Watchers on the wall.
leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step,
Step by step.
we knew the cost of our journey. And we paid the price.
It was the ultimate price.
Hundreds
Lots of people
times.
died.
Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Ooh. We fled from London across the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any other people survive Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world we know has crumbled. Well, we do have to survive. It's kind of the entire point. Okay. Like the cold. Good stuff. Let's get this underway. Need wood. So the first thing that generally is best to start off with is wood. So in this particular area, you know what? Once I get to that bit, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Get people that, but you can use this. Gathering post. That. Good. I've got people gathering wood. Got the warehouse coming into play. Loads of stuff over here, so at the moment gathering posts are really going to be the things that we need in terms of getting ourselves set up so that we can actually survive this frozen Helios landscape. Master. And would get that going. Come on, give us the 10 wood. Once we've got engineers working on that kind of stuff, which is great. This gathering post is going to be probably the most important thing we have for the moment, because it's going to be gathering our wood and our steel. Another one, probably another one over there, just to make the most of getting all the coal up. We also need houses. Important thing that we need. Otherwise, people are probably going to freeze to death. Not very fun. In my trial and errors that I've done previously, I worked out is spreading your stuff out. Fine. Fine. Yeah, it's generally best not to spread them out, because then you kind of have to work against yourself to get all the steam heaters. Like, you basically have to try and do them in a ring, which we may have to do later on anyway. But we'll find out when we get there. It might not be the case. That one who needs quick. A little bit more steel in. Probably the best place for our next. So really, you do 3 rows, but those rows obviously will get bigger as you stretch up, because it working. Okay. Let's turn on the Jenny. Get that going. Get the engineers working on the wood pile as well. Look a look. So if we do need to, we can get them working for 24 hours. People generally die when you do that. Work, work, work till you die. Well, you are in a frozen landscape. So you can either work and stay warm, or you can die. It's simple, really. Yep, we're out of wood. That's fine. We got stuff working. We know roughly what we're doing. Never really pay attention to the economy tab. Not at least not now. Maybe later. Get them working. Get faster gathering done. Faster gathering. Searched. So, come the morn. So, got 2 people that are sick, and got people sleeping outside. Obviously not ideal.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
They're kind of out there. So see, the first one we had 3, and then this one we had 4 going round. Laws, I've already done that one. To extend.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
At the moment we can't really do anything because we don't have enough wood. Feels kind of fine. Yeah, well, it's either that or you die. So you can complain all you want, mate. Well, another thing that I do love is the amount of detail that you can zoom in on. Like this individual person, and then you can rename them. As soon as that road is built, I think it's probably because we've got every. But they can work on that later. In the meantime, started. Do need some relatively soon. House going. And they'll be doing that.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Build a medical post so that the sick people that we have won't die horrible deaths. And we need to finish up on the housing, so have enough houses. We are doing fine, all things considered. They are surprisingly chipper, considering the current situation. Discontent is dropping slowly. Once we get that medical post in there, everything will be fine.
Work time. Get
That
back
steel
to work.
wreckage is completed. They can just focus on those 2 wooden crates. Gathering. That also kind of means that once I have people free, that also means that they'll be able to research. Nope, I keep getting ahead of myself because we need that medical post. The beacon's probably the next thing we need to research, so we get people up and away. Get more people coming into our fair city. Fair frozen city. I hope you are enjoying the stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you might have just this on in the background while you do something else. Do hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, please remember to hit that like button. It does always help. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Although, oh, all piles already done. We don't need that. we've got more coal than really we know what to do with at this point, which is fine. And I'm pretty sure I can move this if needs be. I know I can dismantle it. But yeah, if needs be, I'll just dismantle it and move it. And in one of the places, we can also get a coal thumper going, which definitely helps in terms of coal production. So the hunters will only go out at night. So once work for the day has ended, they'll then go out and hunt for food, obviously. We're kind of doing okay for it at the moment, but I've had it before where, you know, I've had plenty of hunters, they've been going out getting food, but people aren't working in the cookhouse, so nothing happens. So then people just starve and die. Which really isn't my idea of fun.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
Cookhouse is closed. Got the hunter's hut being constructed, so they'll be going out soon. People in. Add another. Radical treatment. Always the better one to go for.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Who's in there? So we will have a cold snap coming relatively soon. So we'll start researching theme hubs. Probably should have done that as one of my first things, but I didn't. We got build a work, so we've actually got objectives. Build a workshop, build the beacon, and rescue survivors from. Easy enough to do. Sick. Luckily, our medical post is doing its job. All the people around here, they're fine in terms of when the cold snap hits. We'll drop down quite a lot. So this is the heat overlay. So it will go down from, I think, livable to chilly, which means that they're more likely to get sick. These are our brave little hunters. So for these guys, we'll change their hours from normal to extended. That means that they work slightly longer hours, but we also get more out of their we research a little bit quicker. When you get to child helpers, I've still got to wait an hour. So if you go like child shelters, then you can go medic apprentices or engineer apprentices. Definitely helps in terms of getting everything squared away in terms of If you've ever played Steampunk before and you kind of know roughly what I'm doing, then obviously these hints and tips are kind of moot. But if you see something that I'm doing wrong or something that I can improve on, let me know. Because I kind of want to, you know, not have a load of people die if I can help it. Still got wood crates there. No idea in terms of, I think it's like a resource left, so that won't take long to dismantle. And then we can either have our coal thumpers there or there. We need some sawmills as well. Sawmills will more than likely over here. Got that coal squared away. And have one resource post, or gathering post rather, do both the sawmill and the coal thumper as well. Keep clicking on the cookhouse and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe I just really want it to do something. Right, so here's the cold snap. Goes down to -40, or as they say in Canada, a regular day. So these go down to chilly, so they're a low risk of getting ill. These guys are cold.
Move! Time to get to work.
Okay, so this one, turn that off for the moment. Have no need for it right now. Get it moved. Another coal pile there. Steel and wood. Wood is really the most important thing that we need at the moment. Can I get ace? Depot. I'm going to need to research sawmill and coal thumpers, but whatever we were researching, steam hubs, whatever, you know, when the steam hubs get done, we can do that. Everything's hunky-dory, mate. We got a nice amount of coal to be gathered from too. Gathering post. Yeah. We need more. Kind of disconcerting. See what I mean about wood being the most important resource that we have at the moment.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
What are they going to do? Just watch the snowfall at the moment, mate? Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. See, unlike you, I'm not a monster. I don't particularly want kids freezing their hand off whilst they're picking up coal. Honestly, these people, eh? generation. Sawmill's the next thing that we need, and we'll put it up around here. Which will make things nice and easy when it comes to actually getting more than enough. Get this sped up a little bit.
End of shift. Go rest all you can.
Once that... Is that not quite... Nope. Oh, that's fine. Actually, always fun. Hunter's Hut, they're fine. 6 people sick. Not the end of the world. When you get into like the 20s and the 30s and people aren't recovering or they're becoming amputees, that's when things get a little bit more tricky. But they like to start you off easy in Frostpunk before they completely fuck you. What we can do... We need more wood and more steel to get a second research going. And that does up the productivity, so again, everything happens a lot quicker. Also, once we've built the beacon, we can start sending out scouting parties and just generally exploring the map, which is always a good thing, because that's the way you set up supply lines that can then feed your town. They're fine. Got enough coal. We've got enough coal for about 5 days. Which obviously once we get up to the next levels of the generator won't mean as much. Generally once you get up to the next 2-3 levels, it just eats coal. So if you are in chat and if you are having a... Well, I say if you're in chat, if you're just lurking in the stream and you feel like chatting, don't be afraid to say hello. I do vaguely remember someone called X-Brain. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I have a terrible memory for, you know, stuff that unfortunately I do have a terrible memory for stuff that happened over a year ago. I do apologize for not instantly recognizing you, but welcome. How are you doing in this very trying time in our world's history? Sound a bit like an infomercial. In this trying time, we all have to remember to come together. And we can't do that without you. I don't know why do they only provide... Okay, so they technically provide 20 food a day. That's good. Sawmill, right. Not have enough wood. Oh, okay, we'll be going through the Sleeping is definitely on the agenda for most people during lockdown, myself included. I've destroyed any semblance of a sleeping pattern, which is always helpful. Well, I game a lot, I sleep a lot. It's a healthy balance, I feel. Coal's fine. We've got enough coal to last until, well, the end of the world. They're fine in terms of those. Brilliant. Everything's coming together. Coal thumper would be. We build another workshop. Get people on that, and then everything will just fly by.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Get people in there. This is my year. This is my 2020 so far. So you missed out on your GCSEs. No end of year 11. Staying up till God knows how long. Yeah, that's the same way that most people have been having 2011 at the moment. It'll be fine. Have you been doing like online, like Zoom classes, or did they just kind of cancel your exams and like, well, off you go? And paste this. 5 people being treated. I reckon we could probably do with another medical post. But we have no engineers at the moment. So, I'm going to have to do the... We'll build the beacon, get more people in, get a load more engineers in, and then do a load more medics. Perfect. Speed that bitch up. Yeah, so they brought in 18 food, which as time goes on and more and more people come in, that's not going to feed a whole lot. Because eventually I will have a bustling frozen city. 5 people are being piled.
Work time. Get back to
Heat's gone back up. Sawmill going. Awesome. Search. Go in there. We could also turn it off if we need to. At the moment, we've got more than enough coal than we actually need. So what I'll do is I'll build it, turn it off, and then when I actually need it, I'll be able to turn it on, and then people in the gathering post will be able to gather from those piles. going. Also need child shelter when we've got enough wood to do that. We need 20 wood and 5 steel. So once we have that, we'll be able to build a child shelter, and we'll build it somewhere in the middle where the kiddies can get nice and toasty. So Harvey, what did you take for your elective GCSEs? I mean, everyone does the, English, maths, one of the 3 sciences. Me, I did drama and history. Maybe something else? Can't remember if I did something else, but drama and history. Oh, and food tech. Those are my 3 options. My drama exam was fun. We had to write about a play that we had seen well over 2 months before the exam. So I wrote 2 lines and then fell asleep. IT was another one that I took. Nice. Business is definitely going to be a useful one, especially in the ever-changing world. Done. Okay. Everything's kind of coming up Millhouse at the moment. Near apprentice.
Hear me.
I'll shelter
Law
go.
in the city.
I know, right? Yeah, we watched Bouncers and Shakers, a live production of Bouncers and Shakers. Yeah, about two months before the actual exam. So I remembered almost none of it. I enjoyed the play. I think Bouncers and Shakers is a brilliant piece. But you cannot expect a 16-year-old to remember something that happened 2 months beforehand and then write about it. But yeah, I fell asleep. I got an E. I think I fell asleep in most of my exams, to be fair. Education's important. Do your education. Do as I say, not as I do. Get steelworks going. Get that beacon built.
Workday ends. It's off time.
So what have you been playing in your long hours of not sleeping? Faster. Yeah, sure, let's heat some homes. Why not? Covers everything. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree with everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. I'll bear that in mind. Our shelter built. Built. At least I didn't get a U. A U would have been ungraded. I actually knew people that were proud that they spelt fudge with their GCSE result. I don't know what they're doing now. We need 5 workers. 5. Turn this off for them. Gathering post. Out. Yep, we did need a win. The Uncharted franchise is brilliant. Have you just been playing like one of the Uncharted, or have you been like doing the Uncharted collection? I know. And most of the people in my friend group at school were high when they took their exams as well. Or like they just smoked a lot of weed outside school. One of my friends did actually get suspended for a while because he brought weed into school with him. Not the brightest bulb. They wanted livable condition. They've got one. Why are people so sick? You there, why are you ill? Yeah, the problem with edibles is that if you eat too much of an edible, it may feel like the Satan is trying to come out through your kneecaps. And it can have the fun effect of popping up in the middle of class because of that delayed reaction time. Yeah, we don't really know why he decided to bring it in, but I think someone else ratted him out to the deputy headmaster or head teacher. Well, that was fun. We didn't see him for a while. Not in school then. All deposits. No order. Gathering post, that's fine. Let's get to work. Can't let up now.
Time to get to work.
50 wood to get that going. Lost expedition. Get them going back to this. Yeah, yeah, we kind of said the same thing at the time. But the guy was like, you know what? It's a fair cop. I probably shouldn't have had it on me in school anyway. I think he was generally quite reasonable about it. He knew he'd fucked up. Well, yeah. The amount of deodorant that sprayed around the playground at school times. I say playground. It's like a yard where people play football and congregate. It's essentially a bus park. Built. No, I mean, he did make some really fucking stupid decisions when he was at school. Like some really stupid decisions. The entire reason that I knew the guy in the first place because he punched me in the stomach and winded the fuck out of me. And then, weirdly, after that, we were friends. We will look for the answers. Look for the others. Search for the otters. Yep, we may be out of wood now, but we won't. Brilliant. Probably have one going on right there. Yeah, it was a really confusing start to a friendship. Especially, so this happened in year 9 when I was, well, 13. I shoved him as a joke, to which he then dropped his bag and just went for me for whatever reason. I think he was dealing with some issues. And then a couple of days later, he was like, "You know what? Sorry about that. Do you want to hang out with these guys?" So I did, and that's generally how I've got most of my friends that I have today.
Workday ends. It's off time.
Guys actually start fucking building these things. I'm building a medical. Correct. Yes, indeedy. I'm down in rural Dorset. Coal Thumper's fine, that's doing that. People are hungry. Yeah, school was quite a confusing time. I didn't really enjoy it. You know, there are people that go, oh, school was the best days of my life. You're lying. No, either they're lying or they were popular. Still need 50 wood to get that going. Good.
Hear me.
Warehouse going.
Law in the city.
Still need a load of wood for that. On another settlement. Easier said than done. I mean, they are 2 hours away. Finding something. Take these back. How was it?
Work time.
So what
Back to
what we'll
work.
probably do is we'll extend our housing out probably about that. And get it all sorted. Making it all looking nice and peachy keen, mate. Hungry RB. Third. So is Frostpunk something you've seen before? Have you played it before, or is this kind of your first time ever looking at it? Probably. I mean, the default button for that is probably use that more often. Fine. Yep. Cut his leg off. File there. That's all. Pretty soon we'll be having to use the Coal Thumper. I did have a day like that earlier this week. I was trying to type, but my fingers weren't cooperating, and then I was also trying to say what I had typed. So basically, I'd written a script for something, trying to read it. My mouth wouldn't cooperate either. So that was a fun time. When I streamed on Wednesday, I actually hadn't had any sleep the night before, so I think we were at like over 24 hours of being awake by the time I was streaming. I looked fucking coked out of my mind.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Your wreckage is. Once these are done, we'll be moving. Yeah, do another sawmill up. Relatively happy. Not a problem, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you could leave a like on your way out, that would be fan-dabby-dozy. And have fun in the garden. Oh. What was that for the moment? Yep, I slept like an absolute baby. Thank you very kindly, Harvey. Have an excellent day, dude, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. I'll be streaming probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so if you're around, come and join in. Have a chat, you know. Chill out, shoot the shit.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
There is indeed. Oh, does it actually the resource supposed to get going? I don't. No, the coal thumper does. That done. I mean, these guys are kind of getting that. Apparently, the engineer is staying at home today. Does make life a little bit easier. Still got a little while to go on that. These guys. Okay, we can now use tier 1. We'll drill. That's what we then we can drill in. Don't really have to worry about all the stuff going. Yeah. Could do with some more food going on.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
There's always new ways to survive. So pretty soon we'll be turning on the Coal Thumper, getting that going. Surprised I haven't cleared that one out.
Night is coming.
These guys.
Down your tools.
A little bit chilly, but they're generally fun. I mean, as soon as the hunters get back, we'll have probably enough food to feed them anyway. At the moment, our objectives are find another settlement. Our guys are doing, I think. That one's almost out. There's those areas, so once that's done, we'll then move it over to another area and get that. But I don't actually think you need a gathering post or anything, which does make things a lot easier. Eaters is probably something also invest research points. They can get a little bit longer. I hope's pretty good. Variable decision and temporary modifiers we have. And hopefully people will start to enjoy the things that we're doing. See that discontent go. Bad healthcare, you what? So I do have a engineer. Explore it all. Send this to the city. And what you can do once you've got kind of enough people, and you've got allows you to do it, which oh, I can actually have more scouts going already. I'll do that. Yeah, everything will be fine. It's fine. What do you want? Alright. Long hours of toil. Fine. I don't use it for 3 days. That's not that difficult. Because now that we're going to have 3 engines working, they'll be fine.
Wrap up well. The frost is
Temperature
here.
4. Got another steam hub going there. And then I think there's also generate. Yeah, we've got steam hub ranges to be done in here, which is okay. Yeah, that'll be fine in terms of actually what we need to do. Okay, now we've got a plan of how everything's going.
Get to work. Move, people. There's
All
plenty.
drill has been researched. Well, really. Okay. Got our steam cores. Oh, we've just used our first. Mantled. Generally, just a good idea to have everything, have the engineers working as long as you can. Why aren't they? But so hopefully we'll have 60 food coming in per evening. Just makes everything a lot easier. And in terms of Frostpunk, that's quite difficult. Because as I said, it's a very difficult game. All scouts have been researched. At the moment, we've only got 5 workers in the new Hunter Shack. But once we have all those people coming from the Outback, wintry Outback, it'll be all fine because we'll be able to pop people in. Be able to pop people in there, and they'll go out and get all that fun stuff. Hey, what up, Endless? Long time no see, dude. How you doing? Welcome to the frozen wastelands of Frostpunk. New research. Up the heals. All the heals. Why are these people starving? It doesn't make any sense why they would be starving. Unless they're not quick enough in line at the food court. Glad to hear it. It's been a very long time, dude. So fill me in. What's going on with you?
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
That medical outpost is fine. Can't have a hothouse. Steel mill is probably. Yeah, I knew you got married and had a kid. But yeah, just generally getting older, yeah. Right, we're going to risk attacking the bears. Cool. So we've got a lot more people coming to the city, that's fine. Do you still have your Xbox or not so much? I don't actually think I've seen you online on there for God knows how long. Years.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
And there's our automaton. So, that thing's bloody massive. Yes, it is. It is. There we go. Automaton. There it is. I don't know why I had to find it to be able to put it on there. I actually didn't. That's just me being weird. Save return to city. That. Gathering post. So we do have a lot of engineers going on right now. Do stuff. At the moment we've got a fair amount of sick people. Which for any city is no good thing. Look at New York. And we have it. Okay. That's fine. We can deal with. We have a plan. I have a plan, Arthur. You just gotta have a little bit of goddamn faith. Alright, yeah, these guys haven't been sent out yet. Go! So we do need to feed the hungry. Look at the laws. Cemetery.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Have it as far away from the living district as possible. Come on, eat up. Really annoying that they don't work when people are off work. In their free time, you can't get any food. So you've got to eat before you go to work, which generally just fucks everything. I say that, I'm also being incredibly dramatic. Well, nobody's died yet. If we only got that. Gonna need to have another coal thumb. Do what? 2 coal thumb. Got 11 hours. Oh, everything's warm again. Lovely. So is there anything particular you've been playing, Endless, or is it have you just not had the time with being married and having a kid?
Work time. Get back to work.
Occasionally I do just randomly scroll that a little bit too far, which is annoying. Which is annoying as being out of coffee. At times. Got some engineers in there. Stop doing. Oh, okay, so you're like a generation behind. Are you planning on getting the new Xbox? And be careful. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I tried to get into Monster Hunter. It wasn't really for me. A little bit too JRPG for my liking. I did have a version of Monster Hunter on the PSP back in the day. Hungry we're fed. Excellent.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Also have the automaton work on that. Yeah. I mean, I have a PS4. I very rarely play it. I did complete the Uncharted collection, which was phenomenal. I really enjoyed the Uncharted collection. As well as The Last of Us. Both incredibly good games. And God of War and Spider-Man. Oh, at the moment there is. Leave them there for the moment because I got a feeling once that we'll be able to see over there. Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. Not a can of spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. Go to the coal mine first. Winter home. Post. Built. What we instead of having this automaton that one. Otherwise, you run the risk of having it too overworked. At least I think it will go down before you really get a chance. Right. Good. Done. See, where's what we really need is right around. Yeah, that'll be fine. Are there any games on PS4 that you would recommend? Shadow of the Colossus is one that I've really been really interested in playing for ages. I just never got round to it. why are these people sick? What is causing their illness? I mean, you don't have bad healthcare. You've got one. You've got 5 hospitals here, guys. The ungrateful bastard. Get that whirring into life.
Move! Time to get to work.
Holy crap. But we won't be able to restart the mine. Take the coal, and then we can do trade route between here and city. Drop off all their bits. All their belongings. Build it there. I do appreciate that you are driving, so I don't know, store up the questions and do lots. Pumpers are fine, they're doing the job. Crafting machine. That going, so then these guys will have the heat will radiate out. So once this has been built, theoretically it should give us
The shift is ending.
for 900 places of Ujima flip. Do one here that gives. These guys can stay in the city for them. Doesn't really have that much left to go. But it'll all work out. Guarantee it.
Move! Time to get to work.
Outpost deep. Gathering post in. I don't know what to research. But with lighter scout sleds, go with lighter scout. It falls rather dramatically. Now this is a bit that's also quintessentially British. We don't have a choice in... I say quintessentially, it's a little bit British. We don't have any choice in what actually happens in this instance. So we're going to pair off and basically create our own faction that will also probably die. I must have order and discipline. Neighborhood Watch Alliance.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
There we go, I knew. Sorry, Chamley. Your house has been targeted for delete. So calm down, we're not gonna die. Probably. Nope, all good, mate. All good. No pressure, you just chat when you can. Change all these. Flying Huntsman.
Finish your labors, people. The workday is up.
Hey, what? You're gonna have to open for longer, guys. I'm sorry, but you are. $15 wood in there. Once we've got the factory. Around here that I can... Sure, automaton. So, as a general question that you can answer whenever you can, are there any games that you would specifically recommend for PS4? Fine. Cool. Right, let's take him back. Okay, then we need to obviously up some hope. Of course I got a plan. It might not be a very good one, but damn it, it's a plan.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
All deposits.
Work time. Get moving.
Build some more. What we'll do. The next upgrade will upgrade to bunkhouses. And then once we've upgraded to bunkhouses, people will be less inclined to get cold. I say less inclined like they have a choice. They'll be less likely to get cold, which also means they're less likely to get sick, which means less of a strain on NHS. That's fine. Finally. Flying hunters. Got one being made. Full mill. We are indeed lucky to have the neighborhood watch. In our glorious leader's name. I'm a glorious leader. Either do that. Let's carry. So outpost depot first. Right, yeah, I actually speak to most of the old crew most nights.
Off time.
We've kind of moved on to Borderlands 3 at the moment. Playing a lot of Borderlands 3. And I think they've a free COD weekend. I don't think any of us, actually no, I know none of us bought Modern Warfare because Black Ops 4 burned us all so badly. So we won't throw money at it, but when it's free, we'll give it a damn good try. Go to the Dreadnought landing. It's more just like the core group of what it was now. I haven't seen or spoken to Blonde in years. You have the... Well, yeah. And unfortunately, I don't... Crossplay isn't unfortunately. Never mind. Got these hunters. Floaty, floaty, fly thing. Got any home... No. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll upgrade to bunkhouses, and then people will be less gold. On. Spring. What about you? Did you pick up Modern Warfare when it came out? Of course, I've got a plan. Everything.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Fighting arena. Break down that tent. We gotta make room for our fighting arena, ladies and gents.
The work shift starts.
Wait, if it does fit in there. So need bunkhouse quite quickly. Oh, we've got a day left. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obviously it's completely up to you, but Xboxes are fun, and I probably wouldn't get an Xbox One. If I was gonna, branch out and get a new console, I'd wait until November and get the Xbox One X. because just generally it's going to be a far better console than the Xbox One, and you'll basically be ahead of the curve. Okie doke. Bunkhouses ahoy. Puppy's upgraded. Then we're gonna go with probably the infirmary. Yep, so for the PS5 and the Xbox One Series X, which they need to come up with a shorter name for, XSX, maybe. Yeah, so though I think they're both coming out in November, they're coming out around. So actually, the Xbox One Series X is coming out on Thanksgiving, like the day of Thanksgiving, which I think is like the 24th of November, somewhere around that time, I think.
Finish your labors, people. The workday is up.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something you've been out of the loop for a while, it can be a little bit foreboding to look at it and go, okay, so there are 2 new consoles that I haven't yet played. Right. Oh, I don't have a Switch. I've wanted a Switch for a while, but I just can't justify it. That's still quite expensive. Open a new. Food is still a bit of a sticky issue. Not so much.
Work time. Get moving.
These buggers are chilly. Bunkhouse is fine. Probably not going to be able to do this. Two hours. Well, that... I fucked that. Surprisingly, I think we've... widen out a bit. We are going to be finishing up the stream quite soon. We've almost been going for 2 hours. I'm getting quite hungry. But what I will do is, so on Monday, we are going to be doing either The Witcher or more Frostpunk, or I might do something else. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of like leaving these things up to chance. Need to get these.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
But yes, so I'll be doing probably some more Witcher. I'll probably flip-flop between Witcher and Frostpunk for the moment, because once I start introducing more games, things just tend to get a little bit crazy. Quite sure. Oh, well that sucks. What time is it there now? I'm guessing it must be quite early if you're just coming off graveyard shift. can do is we'll get rid of. Oh, okay, it's your day off, obviously. Okay, so probably the Friday streams are probably the only one that you can show up for. If that's the case, that's absolutely fine. I don't expect people to drop everything just to turn up to my streams. That would be ridiculous.
Order, people. Let's march to work.
Two guard station. We can almost build the infirmary, but not quite. But what we'll do is we'll get the infirmary built, get the infirmary researched. Nothing. I can do healthcare insulation. Right. Which requires the same amount of stuff as fetching. Come on. Research the infirmary. Go. Probably do with another. Workshop. Get that going. Does need. They're almost there. Let's just build the one.
Workday end. It's time for rest.
Oh, you can't actually upgrade them. You have to build an entirely new thing. Wonder if the hospital will count as an. It does. This. Grove, that's probably. That's the city. Okay, doke. So, we're going to call it there for this afternoon's stream. We'll be back on Monday, same time, same bat place. Playing probably some Witcher 3. I'll be sure to put out tweets and Facebook announcements and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I will see you guys there. If not, I'm sure I will see you very soon in another stream. If I can get you to... If I can remind you to, kindly hit that like button. And if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed to me before and you like what you see, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We are doing, during the lockdown at least, we are doing streams every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, so until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt James, signing off.